All right, folks, let's go to our next story. You know, the 15th International Conference, is it 15th now? Conference on Energy Production and Management aims at discussing the future of energy production and management in a changing world. Here, these early arrivals in Abuja on Sunday ahead of the summit were shocked at long, chaotic queues of vehicles at petrol stations as fuel scarcity bites harder in various parts of the country. The scarcity, preceded by the importation of unwholesome premium motor spirit, PMS, is nearly 4 weeks old and is anomalous for a country hosting an all-important energy summit. There's a need for a permanent solution to Nigeria's energy crisis because it's affecting local economy. The 5-day summit has as its theme, Empowering Energy Transition. Majid.
I just came back from Abuja on Saturday. I've been in Abuja.
You came back by road, by air?
No, of course by air. I went to Abuja on Wednesday and came back on Saturday. And I concluded that the fuel queues we have in Lagos are still
in primary school.
Are still in kindergarten.
Oh, really?
Yes. The ones in Abuja, the fuel queues in
country's
Abuja,
capital,
they are in PhD thesis level.
Ooh.
Yeah. You see, I'm not exaggerating. You see queues as long as 3-4 kilometers. Yes, and you know Abuja
they
roads
don't seem to be about to abate.
It's not like if it has not abated in Lagos, then you can. The moment it abates in Lagos, then you give Abuja another 2 weeks because 80% of all the fuel in Nigeria is from Lagos. In fact, they load from Lagos to
up north.
Only very few ones come from Port Harcourt and the Niger Delta area. So most 90% of the fuel we consume are still imported. So it is
by choice.
Yeah. So now at a point, at a time we are supposed to be gaining from increasing crude oil prices, we are suffering. Now we are spending 250 billion per month on subsidy, and it's not getting any better, because as long as the crisis in Ukraine and Russia continues, at a point crude oil prices went as high as 107 over the weekend. So I think it's
not to forget gas
and gas from Russia that we and all this. Though we have our own crude oil, but it's been the pricing is
and flaring our gas,
and we are flaring our gas. So it is an irony that at a point we should be boosting our external reserve and even growing our excess crude account. We are using most of these sums to do now. Worst case scenario, NNPC returned 0 contribution to the federation account.
Yes, you see what you said?
Yeah.
The man is busy sleeping.
Yeah, for the month of February. And they have also given a hint that next month, March, they don't have anything to contribute, despite the fact that they are the ones managing our crude oil sales. And our budget is benchmarked at $58 per barrel. And since the beginning of the year, I think the minimum we've had is about $80 a barrel. This is a time we should be seeing an increment in our external reserves and even excess crude account, which I think has been depleted, long ago. So that is the crisis we find ourselves in. Now you have to find a way of getting friendly with fuel attendants now, because they are the new big boys in town.
Yeah.
If you don't know them, you have to go and, if you don't know one, you have to go and sleep at the fuel
ask
station.
some of us how we deal with petrol shortage, GKB.
Well, so it's unfortunate.
We have the International Energy Conference here and then the visitors are saying we are welcoming them with this.
At least we are showing them the reality that we go through. Because in the years past, under a president I will not mention, Abuja will be cleared of cars by now. You will simply make sure whenever you can get the fuel, get it. I don't want to see any queue in Abuja. The queue can return after 5 days. But this is, yeah, you are right. I just don't think that will be here right now. I feel so bad. Because I assume that with the promise the Buhari administration made, it's not their 6th year or 7th year that we should be having fuel queues. Because one of the fundamental promises that they've kept for a long time, until recently, was that we always get supply of petroleum products in our petrol stations. I would thought this is just a blip, something that will last a few days. But from the reports we are getting and the feelers, it seems that we are in it for a long haul. And that to me is not something that one is happy about.
I don't know if it is deliberate or if it's a peculiar act. We should have seen these things coming, Majid.
The unfortunate thing is that nobody is telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Nobody is telling us the truth. So if people imported bad fuel into the country,
who is responsible?
So who is responsible? I mean,
should the people responsible not take the rap?
Yeah. Has anybody been punished? You see situations where Toyota, BMW, if there is a defect in one of their functional system, maybe brake system or what have you, even if it is 200,000 vehicles, they will recall all the vehicles.
Yeah.
Now, they told us that it was bad fuel they imported. It has high hydrocarbon level, high octane. They were speaking some kinds of drama. At the end of the day, they concluded that
you could have done the same.
they will use 250 billion to blend. Whatever that means. So who brought in this foul fuel, this toxic fuel into the country? A lot of vehicles
and a particular ship
damaged.
We are told a particular
vessel brought this consignment.
Was the ship we are told was asked to 14 years ago not to come back, but
yes, it's still here. So, and nobody has been punished. Amele Kyari told us 2 weeks ago that by February ending, the queues will have vanished. Today is February 28th. Maybe somebody needs to remind him if he has not checked his calendar. And this month is not going to run beyond 28, so it's not going to be 29
it's not
or
a leap
31st.
year.
So tomorrow will be March. So and with what I saw in Abuja on Saturday, there is no likelihood that it would abate in the next 2 weeks. And with what I saw in Lagos, this morning too, it is a very, very bad, situation. It's a good way to welcome our guests for the
energy people,
for the energy summit.
And GKB, many countries are thinking of going electrical.
Yeah, the future
running cars and so on. The energy conference is supposed to address things like that.
It's basically meant to look into the future. Basically, that we are going for clean energy and its effect on economies all over the world. But like Moji said, we are in the catch-22 really. We make more money, but we also spend more money to buy fuel that turns out to be bad. As if nobody is being really responsible, with business as usual.
There's no indication anybody will be.
No. It's been 4 weeks. In countries that are serious about things like this, I'm sure somebody will have found a scapegoat by now. Somebody to resign, somebody to be sacked, somebody to be arrested. Visually, put it down cuffs.
Oh, yeah.
Something to just make people relax. That justice.
But are you as bothered as I am about these untouchables, this regime of big boys untouchables?
The impunity is beyond belief, especially when it comes to the economy. You see people tell you to your face that nothing will happen. And ultimately nothing will happen.
And they're almost always right.
And because I thought that we have a change of pace in the last 6 years, but it's been business as usual. And it shows that, like somebody said, I don't want to mention names, that if people from heaven should come to Nigeria with the special status, they would still not be able to solve the problem that we have.
All right, we have Odafe reaching us from Port Harcourt. He is in Rivers State, Nigeria. Odafe, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, journalist Hangard.
Yeah, welcome.
I want to thank both of you for your contribution, but there is something I want to suggest that we should do on the Hangard. There are some issues that we know cannot change in Nigeria, just like saying punishing the corporate. You know, Nigerians, we don't do punishment. They only reward the bad people. They will even get more contracts. So I will say that we should channel more energy on what we help the masses. Because even what you are saying now, they will hear, they will not listen. Unless, I don't think that their ear is even open to you. They will just be laughing. They will still do the same thing tomorrow again. That is the kind of country we find ourselves. Thank you.
Odafe, but you know, our business is to talk the way we
With the conscience of the...
That's our major weapon, you know. We say it as it is. But thank you for your
we simply cannot give up. We just assume that one day day there will be a father who does not know Joseph.
All right. So again, the debate must continue with whether or not we must remain this way. Okay. We wish the conference on
It's unfortunate.
energy all the good luck they need.